I think you all are good. So, in our chapter, we have done synthetic fibers and natural fibers, how they are different from each other, and we have completed spandex, acrylic, and many fibers which are synthetic, and we have completed two activities which elaborates that the tensile strength of our fibers, and we have concluded that the tensile strength of synthetic fiber is more as compared to the natural fibers, isn't it? And after that we have checked the water soaking capacity of natural fibers and synthetic fibers. And what observation we see? We see that the natural fibers absorb more water as compared to synthetic fibers, isn't it? Now we are going to do the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Advantages means how they are having positive points, and disadvantages means what harm they can cause to us. Okay, so advantages are of synthetic fibers. We know that they are man-made fibers. So if we see the advantages, the first one is they have good elasticity. Okay, they are elastic in nature. Wrinkle free, there are no wrinkles around when we are wearing synthetic fibers. Then they are stretchable. Stretchable means they take the shape of the body who has wear it, isn't it? Less expensive means the cost is very less of synthetic fiber. Then they are more durable. Durable means having they can be used for long period of time. Then can be handle heavy load without breaking. Heavy load means having very high tensile strength. Okay, so all these are the advantages of synthetic fibers over natural fibers. Now let us see the disadvantages also. The disadvantages of the synthetic fiber is they catch fire easily. Okay, whenever they come in contact with fire, they readily catch the fire. Okay, not comfortable in hot and humid atmosphere. You know that they are wrinkle resistance, but when we wear such type of cloth in summer, during summer, then they provide more heat. And even in humid atmosphere, humid means when the moisture content is more in the atmosphere, that is called humid weather. Okay, now non biodegradable. Non biodegradable means bio means life, degradable means can be broken down into simpler. Okay, so they are non biodegradable means they cannot be again degrade or decomposed by the microorganisms. Okay, then they can burn on iron. When we are iron the this type of fibers, then at high temperature they start burning. Then do not allow air to pass through means they are not comfortable to wear. The air is whenever the air is not passing through the cloth, then we feel restless, isn't it? Do not absorb body sweat easily. As compared to natural fibers, they are not so much good for absorption of sweat by human body. So all these are the disadvantages of synthetic fiber. Now next, blended fibers. What do you mean by blended? Blended means when we mix something, isn't it? And when it is the case of blended fabric, means a fiber that is made by mixing two different fibers. Okay, blended, the word itself explain that whenever the two fibers are mixed together and a new fiber are invented, such type of fibers are called blended fibers. And you know that whenever we are mixing something, isn't it, then it will have the new fabric will have automatically the improved property, isn't it? It will be much more better than the fabric by which they are made. For example, we have polyester and wool. Polyester and wool, when mixed, they form polywool. Whenever polyester and cotton is mixed, then it will form what? Polycoat. So next fiber which we are going to read after polycoat and polywool is terrycoat. Terrycot. Terrycoat. Terrycoat is the blended fabric. Okay, blended. How? When we have terylene as well as cotton, as the name suggests, Tery we have taken from terylene, and cot we have taken from cotton. Okay, this fiber is a wrinkle resistance, means it will not show any wrinkle, and absorb less water. If it is absorbing less water, then it will be good for drying, isn't it? Catch fire easily, these are the disadvantages, and causes discomfort. If it absorb less water, these are the advantages, but when it catch fires and they are not comfortable, then this is the disadvantages of terrycoat. Okay, so how we get terrycoat? It absorb water and gives cooling effect, isn't it, and make the this more comfortable. Okay, here he has told that terylene is wrinkle free, absorb less water, catches fire more, and cause discomfort. But if I add cotton to it, isn't it, if I made cotton to it, it will absorb more water and gives cooling effect, isn't it, and it will be comfortable to wear, and it did not require any ironing, and it will be soft and durable. So all this will become the good properties or advantages of terrycoat. Terylene itself is not a good fiber, but if it is mixed with cotton, then it will have all the qualities of terylene plus cotton. Okay, now you have to check your knowledge. This you will complete yourself and submit to me. Now let us come to the next topic, plastic. You have heard about plastic. What are plastics? They are polymers, and I have explained you what are polymers. Poly means many, and what is mer? When a single unit is again and again repeated, that is, it will form polymer. And when monomers are repeating, what is that single unit called? The single unit is called monomer. So plastic are also the type of polymers. They are made artificially by adding monomers. Either the monomers can be added in a straight line as well as on cross-linked chain, isn't it? Straight line and cross-linked with each other, as you can see in the diagram. First monomers are arranged in a straight line, and after that it was arranged in a cross-linked, isn't it? So normally we have two type of plastic. One is thermoplastic. Thermo means heat, and plastic, you know. Thermosetting, again thermo means heat and setting means the name suggests that whatever shape was given to the plastic once, it will remain in that particular shape. So let us do one by one. First of all, we will do thermoplastic. Thermoplastic, it is in this type of plastic, monomers are arranged in straight chain. Okay, the plastic once remolded, it can be given again new shapes. Okay, for example, polythene. Now can you name the monomer of polythene? Yes, ethene. Ethene is the monomer which was repeated again and again and it formed polyethene. Then nylon, PET and PVC. What is PVC? PVC is polyvinyl chloride, isn't it? You got it? Then it where it is used for making chairs, bottles and toys. You must have seen your bottles, water bottles, they are made up of plastic. Okay, chairs and toys also are made up of this plastic. Packaging material and plastic containers, all these are the examples by which thermoplastic is made. Then come to thermosetting plastic. Thermosetting plastic means in this kind of plastic the monomers are cross-linked. Okay, the plastic once, as the name suggests, thermosetting, the plastic which once they have given the shape, it cannot be remolded even after heating also. Once if they are set, then it is not possible to change their shape. For example, bakelite and melamine. Bakelite and melamine are the thermosetting plastics. And do you know where backlights are used? They are used in making electric switch handles of utensils, since they are poor conductor of heat and electricity. They would not allow the conduction of heat and electricity through it. Therefore, it is used for making switch as well as handles of utensils. Okay. Then melamine. It is used as unbreakable crockery. You must have seen in your kitchens also. Sometimes your mother says that this crockery you have to handle with care. They can be easily broken down, isn't it? But there are some crockeries in kitchen which are having a permanent shape and which is unbreakable in nature, as well as floor tiles. Okay, so I think plastic is clear to you. Different type of plastic, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic, and examples of these are clear to you. In our next video, we are going to do properties of plastic and uses of plastic. So, till now, thank you. Have a nice day.